Hey guys, Big Todd coming to you today from the back porch, and we're going to do something new today. We're going to talk about something that I have a passion for, I've been into for a long time. I like collecting, I like shooting, and I just like all things about firearms. I think they're very interesting, they're intriguing. I am a pro Second Amendment guy, so I have a collection of firearms. And so I just thought I would share what I have and the guns that I come across with you guys. I think you might find it interesting. I'm fascinated by the way they work and mastering shooting them. So, anyways, stick with me, and we're going to go over this pistol I have right here in front of you. This is the Springfield XD-M 3.8. So this is considered the full size, not the compact, even though the barrel is short. Now let me show you, just before we get started here, I'm going to show you that the magazine is empty. Oops. And so is the chamber, if you can see that. Magazine well's empty, chamber's empty, so we're all good to go. Let's talk about the Springfield XD-M 9mm 3.8. Guys, I picked this up for a carry gun, and I have liked the Springfield XD for quite a while. When they first came out, I got the original XD, and I got it in the I think they called it the officer model or whatever. It was like a 5-inch model, and I really enjoyed it. It was great shooting. Got it in 45 ACP. Enjoyed it, and I have liked the XD platform ever since. I do have this XD-M, and I also have a Hellcat Pro that I like, and I'll be showing you guys that in later videos. But anyways, I just wanted to bring this to you. I'm a big fan of the polymer frame steel slide guns. I've had my share of Glocks, and they're nice. They have their place, but I believe this is a little bit of a step up. And guys, I want to remind you, if you like this type of video, go ahead and like and subscribe and share with your friends. And hey, I'm open to any and all comments, so leave me a comment. I'll try to get back to you. But it really helps the channel if you guys will like the video and subscribe and watch till the end. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And it's also at this point, I want to let you guys know that I am not sponsored by anybody. I'm not getting paid for this video or anything like that. I'm just giving you my honest opinion and my feelings on this firearm, right, wrong, or indifferent. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me. That's okay. That's what we're here for. All right, so let's get into it, guys. This, like I said, is the XD-M 9 in 3.8. That means it's got they say a 3.8-inch barrel. It's actually a 3.75, but this is a striker-fired pistol. And it is in the family of the XDs. So when I say that, Springfield Armory imports this particular pistol in the XD series from Croatia. It's made by a Croatian company, and I don't have the name of that company offhand, but then Springfield imports it. They advertise it, and they sell it. And that's how we get these wonderful little pistols. The XD lineup has your XDs, your XDSs, your XD mods, and your XD-Ms. And now they have the XD-M Elite out as well. And then, you got in your Hellcats and things like that. I'll tell you what I really, really like about this gun is I love the way it feels in my hands. I love that it has a short barrel, but a full-size grip. I got a decent-sized hand, and it fits this grip perfect. I absolutely love it. It does have where you can change the different grip sizes out. This one fits me, but I love that. Another good thing about this is it is concealability in a full-size frame, but it's also designed for concealed carry for self-defense. I carry this concealed. I carry this in a shoulder bag. I carry this just about any way you can imagine. In a holster, it's really nice. Now, this does hold, I don't know if you can see that, 19 rounds, right? 19 rounds. So with one in the chamber, if you carry one in the chamber, which I do, there's debate on that back and forth, but I am a in the chamber carrying guy. So that means I have 20 rounds. If I carry an extra mag, that means I'm going to have 39 rounds on me. If I ever get into a situation where I need more than that, buddy, I'm in real trouble. So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good with that. Semi-auto action. Like I said, it's got a 3.75 inch barrel. It's a match grade barrel. It's hammer forged, and we're going to disassemble it and take it out in just a minute and show you all that. Like I said, it's chambered in 9mm. Magazine capacity is 19 rounds. And I got 2 of these magazines with it too, by the way. Let's see. I love the finish on this. It's the black Melonite finish. And this slide is made out of, let's see, forged steel. So this is a forged steel slide with black Melonite finish. Now they have some that's OD green, and they have some stainless looking as well. I like the black. It fits me. I just really like the way it looks. Now the green's not bad. A tan would be cool. A desert tan would be nice. But let's get into some of the specifics here. So we have our slide stop right here. Right there's our slide stop. And this is an older model. This is not ambidextrous. So like I said, I've had this for a few years. In fact, I don't even think they make this model anymore because, as you can see, it's not milled out at the top for an optic, which is the rage nowadays. But it has, right-handed. It's made for right-handed people with the slide stop on this side. It does have an ambi magazine release on both sides. And another feature that makes these a little more likable, I think, to people, and I've heard on some other reviews, is the fact of the safety factor. We have your trigger safety just like the Glock does, but then you also have a grip safety. I am a fan of a grip safety. I've always been a fan of the 1911, and they had the grip safeties on them, and I really like that grip safety. And make sure you have a really good purchase on the gun when you're firing, and that helps you when you're shooting the gun. Other thing it's got is a loaded chamber indicator, so it's visual, right? We can see it there. But the other thing is when there's a round in the chamber, this pops up just so slightly. So if you were in a dark area or something like that and you didn't know if you had a round in the chamber, you could rub your hand up here and you could feel that. Okay, it would be raised up and you could feel that you have a round in the chamber. Other thing it does have is in the back, it shows you it's a cocked indicator. That means it's cocked. So if you have one in the chamber and it's cocked, you know you're ready to go. So let me show you. See, now it's not cocked anymore, and that's gone. And now it's back. See? So like I said, guys, this is an older model. It was built and made and came out before the slide mounted optic craze, right? So there is no cutout for a slide optic to be mounted on there. And so now let's take a look at the sights. So the sights have this U notch in the back with the 2 white dots, but then it's also got the fiber optic front sight. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have the best of eyes, but I can really see that. That red dot lines up with these 2 white dots really well. I like the sights on it. I don't have a problem with them. We'll get into some of the measurements here. So the grip width is 1.2 inches, and I'm sure that probably will change if you put a different back strap on here. The length is 6.75 inches, and the height from here to here is 5.75 inches. And the weight comes out at 28 ounces unloaded. Now, when you put 19 rounds and one in the chamber, making 20, you put 20 rounds in this thing, you know it. It's got some heft to it. It's got some weight to it. So it's not a super ultralight carry. If that's what you're looking for, this is not it. You got to know if you're carrying 20 rounds of 9mm plus the gun, you're going to have some weight there. But it's a trade-off, right? All right, let's break this sucker down. And pull the trigger, cock it back, and then we're just going to raise this lever up. We're going to Let it go, and it just slides right off just like that. So here we have a captured spring, and then we have our hammer forged barrel. And I'll tell you what, I love this thing. I shoot it all the time, and I haven't had any misfires or anything like that. I haven't had a failure to fire at all. It's got looks like a good beefy extractor there. I really can't see any milling marks in there. Looks like the Croatian company did a really good job with this thing. And then if we're going to look at our grip here, we have our steel slide rails and our ejector rod there. And I don't know if you can notice right here, we just have a little bit of an indent right there that goes up into that feed ramp. And that just helps it just a little bit more, right? Just helps those rounds go right up in there. I have shot hollow points, self-defense rounds. I've shot ball ammunition, full metal jackets. Not a problem. I have not had a failure to feed or a failure to fire, so hasn't been a problem. So we're going to put this thing back together. We're just going to throw the barrel in there. We're going to put our spring back in place. Now we are just going to line it back up. Come all the way back, lock that slide back. We're going to turn this lever down, and we're good to go. All right, and let's show you about the trigger now. So I'll show you the trigger pull. I don't have my tool for measuring trigger pull, so I'm not going to have that on this video, but I really like the trigger. It's a good feeling trigger. It is not gritty. It is, you know, you've got to pull back to a wall and then a nice crisp trigger. And this is no upgraded trigger. This is just a factory trigger. So I'll show you guys. And there's your reset. So you got your take up, you've hit the wall, and just a little bit of pull and you're there. So guys, that is it. That is your Springfield Armory XD-M 9 3.8 full size. Boy, that's a mouthful. And don't get confused. They do have one with a shorter grip, and they call that one the compact. Like I said, I don't believe they sell this one anymore, the full size with a 3.8, unless you go to the Elite model. When you go to the Elite model, they do have this, and it is milled out for the slide mounted optics. So, you know, if you can't get this model, you can pick these up used too. I saw a couple used ones online, and they look brand new, guys, and at a good price. I'm telling you, sub $400. That is a good price for this gun. The Elites are a little more. I think they're a couple hundred more, but there's not many used ones out there. They're selling those new. But guys, this is it. That is your Springfield Armory XD-M 3.8 full size. It does have your rail on the front, by the way. I forgot to talk about that. It has your Picatinny rail up front. Just your standard. If you want to mount a laser, a light, something like that. I don't mount anything. I thought about a flashlight every now and then, but I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please put them in the comments below. I will try my best to answer them as soon as possible. And if you have a critique for this video, something you want to see, something you didn't see, any other questions like that, let me know. I'll try to answer them. And heck, if there's enough corrections, let me know. I'll reshoot the whole video. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching, and have a great day.